Hello everyone, thank you for joining us for May's date night. Tonight we will be cooking with red eggs.
What? That's us!
That is us. And we will be making a delicious vegan curry.
But what if I don't want just vegan in my stuff?
If you're not into the vegan lifestyle, then you can replace the chickpeas with chicken.
Really? Can we do that?
We can do that.
Okay, sweet.
So first thing we want to do is make sure that we have all the ingredients we need. And make sure we have 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 1 large red onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 inch of fresh ginger, 1 tablespoon of garam masala, 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground turmeric, 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon cayenne pepper, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1½ cups of diced tomatoes, 1½ cups of full fat coconut milk, 1 3/4 cup cooked chickpeas, or you can substitute that for chicken. I use a whole pack of chicken thigh. If you would like, you can use chicken breast. You will also need 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lime juice. I will not judge you if it's not fresh. And also chopped fresh cilantro. I will judge you if it's not fresh. And then for a special Felicia touch, you can also pull out some soy sauce and some cinnamon for extra spices at the end. So now that we know what ingredients we need, it's always best to try and measure them out before you start your prep. So if you have some nice little bowls like these, it always makes it easy to put aside everything you need in the right amounts so that when you start cooking, you can just roll with it. So we're gonna also remind you that while you are doing your prep or measuring out anything, if you need some extra time, feel free to pause the video until you can get to where you need to be to push start again.
That's a great idea. So I already prepped the onion, but you are going to cut up the entire large onion. Felicia had me do that already, and I'm going to put it into this bowl. Right here. Thinly sliced, half moons is what I did. I'm never going to judge you. I think they probably have you do it that way for a reason, so I just follow the instructions. Boom.
Next, we will be working on our garlic. I'm so sorry. Next, we will be working on our ginger. So we have about 1 inch. This might be a little bit more than 1 inch. I like ginger. And we have our grate. So we're ready to party. And this is what you do. Watch your fingers. We don't want fingers in our curry. Keep going.
This is great. Ah! I'm so sorry. Was that bad?
So bad.
Should I not have done that?
You keep going. Now if you want to mince instead of grating, that is also an option. I'm not a great mincer.
Great mincer!
I'm gonna come over to this side.
Oh, be careful you don't take off a hand.
Now remember to peel your ginger before you start grating it. Cool tip, try using a spoon. It actually works.
What's our ginger stitch looking like?
We're almost there.
We're almost there, all right. How do you know how much is enough?
When you get tired of grating.
Got it.
Which I'm about tired of grating, so this shard will probably go in the trash.
Let's see the shard. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Sweet.
Awesome. Oh, it's burning my cut.
All right, put it in a bowl.
Now, there's still some ginger on the inside of my grate, so we're just gonna kind of scrape that out.
You just want to plop it?
Plop. Oh, look.
Yeah, there you go.
It's coming out pretty nicely. Oh, it smells so lovely. I want to make tea. Yes. And we will scoop this all together. Oh my God, what's happening? Scoop this all together. Gently plop. Since I'm not really good at mincing garlic and things, I get pre-minced garlic. So for me, I guesstimate that a clove is about a teaspoon, and they asked for 3, so I'm just gonna do 3 teaspoons of pre-minced garlic right into my bowl that I've already measured out. And that's that.
Hey guys, Chris here. We're gonna cut up some cilantro. So I think this is just used for a garnish, so cut as much as you want. If you don't like cilantro, don't use it. But I'll normally just cut it off the top there. If this is the only thing I'm using it for and I don't have any other recipes, I'll just cut off about that much. Take all the nice stuff off the top. Get some of the stalks out if you can, and then that's probably not safe.
Good looking cilantro.
Maybe don't scrape your fingers with a knife. That's not safe. Okay. All right. Cilantro!
In order to make sure you can measure out your canned goods properly, you'll need one of these bad boys. Then you can do this. You'll also need a measuring cup. So let's get started. What did I say, 1.5? It's pretty accurate, man. Can this all fit in here? Boom, baby. Yeah. All right. Coconut milk. Oh yeah. Coconut milk. Full fat coconut milk. Yum. Now this is a cup and a third.
All right, guys, unfortunately we've come to the portion of the night where our vegans are going to have to leave us for a little bit. We want to season our chicken, so viewer discretion is advised. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna open this up. Like we said, we had chicken thighs. It's one of our favorite things to use because it's got a little fat on it. A little bit, not as lean as chicken breast, so it maybe has a little bit more flavor. One thing you do want to do when you get your chicken out of the package is you're going to want to pat it dry. So we're just going to get it out here. Check out these guys. Get them out like that. All right. These are some good looking thighs. Doing all right. Okay, put that away. Check that out. Check out those babies. We're gonna pat them dry, get all that juice off, that chicken juice. Pretty much good. Check out that side. Those are some good looking thighs. I think I already said that like 12 times. So there you go. You get a little bit more. All right, go wash my hands and get ready to put some seasoning on. All right, so when you're doing your chicken, you can use any seasoning you want. If I didn't have what we had today, which is Chinese 5-spice, you want to get a nice close-up of that. Isn't that nice? So that's got cinnamon, anise, fennel, black pepper, and cloves. Really sweet smelling, it smells sweet. And we're gonna use that, and we're gonna use some garlic salt. Some garlic salt there. If you guys didn't have this, I would suggest you use garlic, salt, black pepper, and even maybe some smoked paprika or something like that. I think that would probably make it taste really good. That's one of my go-to things that I put on everything. But here we go. Make sure that you pat it. You pat that seasoning into the chicken. So I use this hand to pour, so we're gonna use this hand. Okay. Oh, you'll also notice that we switched out our cutting board so that we don't have that salmonella going into a wood cutting board. So we switched and used our plastic one on this. Check your boneless for bones, always. All right, that looks good. And we're gonna transfer it over to the pan. Okay, so to cook this chicken, I've had a pan heating over here. We're actually gonna use coconut oil to heat it. So let's head over and just put some oil in there. Of course, you may not have coconut oil at home. I am so sorry, that is way loud. So if you don't use virgin olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, use your vegetable oil, whatever you need to do.
They have coconut oil, it's in the recipe list.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. All right, well, since that's the case, let's put our chicken in. I know I'm telling a bunch of professionals here, but make sure that your chicken's 165 inside temperature. If you don't have that, do it until it looks like there's no pink on the inside, okay? So cut it open to make sure. But normally I'll do 7 to 10 minutes per side. All right, now our chicken's done. I took it out of the pan and put it back on our board here. As you can see, okay, 165, right? That's what we want. And then also, I like to let my chicken sit for like 5 minutes. They call it resting. I just think it helps. It just makes it juicier, gets all those flavors, and kind of keeps them in. Now we're gonna cut it up to put in. I don't know what happened. Yeah, that's good. We're gonna get some Chinese fire spice, I'm telling you. All right, what do we do now?
Cut. So, while we're about to throw all of our lovely ingredients together, we have put on our rice. Of course, this is curry, so it's meant to be eaten with some type of starch or grain. So we chose jasmine rice because I like jasmine rice. First thing we're gonna do is get out a large pan. I like these because I don't like messes, and when you try and do it in a smaller pan, it starts to spill over. So we're gonna get this to medium high.
Which on ours is medium low.
Here?
Yeah.
All right, and then we're gonna add our coconut oil.
Oh.
Oil.
Here, now come over.
I'm gonna get a spoon so I can make sure I get this all out. And that's gonna melt up pretty quickly. And then what we add to this is going to be our onion. So we're gonna go ahead and...
Do you want to let it preheat it all, or do you just want to set it in? Is that normally what you do? It doesn't matter? It doesn't matter? It's okay if it doesn't
We
matter.
can probably, I mean, the professionals like Dave Ramsey will tell you to preheat it.
Dave Ramsey?
I mean, not Jeff Gordon. Oh my God.
Jeff Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
David Jeff Gordon Ramsay.
But this is pretty hot, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put my onions in here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I'm gonna make sure to break them up some. And then we're going to keep on stirring this and letting this cook until they get nice and brown and soft. Now at this point, we're gonna add a pinch of salt. And according to my handy dandy scoops, a pinch is 1/16 of a teaspoon.
Very nice.
Thank you, thank you. next things we're going to be adding are garlic and ginger. I got them right this time.
Nice.
Garlic, ginger. So these are nice and soft. They're starting to brown. And I don't want them to get burnt, so I'm going to go ahead and start tossing these in. And right now, we're going to go for an aroma. Don't forget, at this point, we're going to turn it down to medium.
What happens if you get the Roma virus?
Too soon.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, and that'll get a nice smell going. You'll be able to smell that aroma that they're talking about. When they say you need to get that aroma going before you move on to the next ingredient. All right. Next, we're gonna mix in all of our spices. So we got our garam masala. That in. Turmeric. Need that turmeric. Make sure that mixes in there really nicely. Got our black pepper. Yeah. Our cayenne pepper. And then we're going to throw in the rest of our salt.
That looks amazing, and it smells so good. Like you just get all of that. The ginger, the garlic, the garam masala. So good.
All right, now that we have all of that in there, we're gonna throw in our diced tomatoes. And then we're gonna actually cook this until it cooks down. Until pretty much the liquid from the tomatoes will be gone, unfortunately. But it's okay because we have the coconut milk coming. Now, Gordon Ramsay is the one who taught me all those little burnt pieces and everything that end up on the bottom of the pan, and people always want to just scrape it out and throw it away. Talked about how much of a waste that was, and there's so much flavor in there. And a lot of times they use that. They use things like wine and other liquids to get that out and get those flavors going and use them in different things. The good thing about this is anything that was kind of burned to the bottom a little bit, this tomato juice sucked it right back up. So we got everything that was stuck down there is now back in there, giving us some flavor back.
And if you've been paying attention to the clock on the oven, you'll know how long it took us to shoot this video.
And so, according to the instructions, it'll take about 3 to 5 minutes to cook down the juices in the tomatoes. So have a little bit more time before we're ready to add the coconut milk.
All right, I'm gonna cut. Say goodbye.
Now that our tomatoes have started to break down and dry up a little bit, I think we're ready to add the last of our ingredients in there. Well, not the last, but we're gonna go ahead and throw in our coconut milk. And then we're gonna go ahead and throw in our chicken as well. Like that, baby. Oh, I'm making it. And then we're gonna bring this to a boil, so we're gonna go ahead and bring our heat all the way back up. The pan must have been hot because it's almost there already. Make sure coconut milk breaks up pretty well and actually goes down into a liquid. You don't want to have coconut chunks.
So make sure it breaks down well.
Make sure it breaks down well. Right, this heat's a little trying to jump out at the side, so we're going to turn that down a little bit. I'm not trying to burn myself or my baby.
Wait, you're pregnant?
Surprise! Alright, and we'll wait till that comes to a boil. Like a good boil. So we're gonna bring it down
You want to put it on the back to simmer?
and we're gonna let it simmer
How long?
for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So we'll see you at
253.
253. So, it's been 10 minutes. We're gonna stir in our fresh lime juice. All right, and we're gonna mix that together.
By the way, super fresh.
And this is the time where you can decide if you want to get fancy or not.
Are you fancy?
Oh, I'm super fancy. So me and Mr. Reddick, of course,
Hi.
are going to try this out and see if we need to add, or can't really subtract, but see what we can do with this. I'm gonna come back with a handy dandy spoon.
Handy dandy spoon. Oh man, it just looks right.
So the first time I ever made this, I was making it for like 50 people. So it probably will come out a lot different this time. Ooh, there's some spices in that thing.
Yeah? Oh yeah.
The tomato is very strong. The cayenne pepper is very strong.
That is fun. Huh.
It's really good. It tastes nothing like the last time I made it. The last time I made it with chickpeas. This one has chicken. So I'm gonna ask.
Oh, when do you put in chickpeas?
Chickpeas should have gone in when the chicken went in. I mean,
we're gonna have that on the video. I'll make sure to put it on.
Okay. Mr. Reddick, would you add anything to this?
I don't think I would. Maybe some cinnamon, maybe. But it's already got a lot of the spice flavor in there. I don't know what cinnamon's gonna add. I could see adding some soy sauce if you want to do some soy sauce. But honestly,
that's really good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know.
So, unlike last time, I'm not going to add any cinnamon or soy sauce. Cinnamon will add more complexity to the flavors. You'll have a lot more spice type flavors. And the soy sauce will bring out more of the other flavors. It's really kind of like salt. It's a lot of salt and soy sauce. So, you know, probably less complex and more just enhancing the flavors that are already there. So if you do decide that you want to add or take any of that, or also any of the turmeric, the cayenne pepper, the garam masala, all of those will, you know, just be more flavor and different directions you can try out. So we're gonna move on to the plating portion. So now we're going to plate our lovely meal. And since we went through all of this trouble to make this delicious meal, we might as well be fancy. So what I did, if you're using rice, you can actually take a bowl and pack down your rice into that bowl. And then you can take any type of plate, really. I like the ones with the edges because, like I said, I don't like spilling stuff. So take that, slap that right down on there, and hopefully your rice comes out. There it goes. So now we have this beautiful, beautiful,
nice
rice mountain. Then we're gonna come over here and we're just gonna take some of our curry and pour it right over that mountain. Let it fall over that mountain. And I guess I'll make some for my husband too.
You're so kind.
So, go ahead and pour some right over that mountain.
Is that like your emeralds thing? Like you say right over the mountain?
Right over the mountain. I mean, if I always have a mountain of rice, of course then. And you can get more juice if you like, more juice, so it can drip down through your mountain.
Mountain?
But yes. And then the finishing touch, Chris's nice little cilantro on top. Now, beautiful, beautiful creations. Man, maybe we should open a restaurant.
We'll see. Right? All right, let's do it.
I'm kind of excited.
Me too. I can get some chicken.
I hope you guys like this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I think I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Well, from our family to yours, we hope you had fun. We hope you enjoyed this date night. Go eat, be merry, put on a movie, put on some worship music, whatever you guys do. And we'll see you next time.
In June. Bye.